Hello, viewers. Welcome to our Facebook Live session. Today, we have with us our specialist, Dr. Sunil Kutti, consultant, brain and spine surgeon at Apollo Hospitals, Navi Mumbai. Today, we'll be discussing on planning neurosurgery. Welcome to our Facebook Live session, Doctor.
Hello. Today's topic is planning neurosurgery in times of COVID. An extremely important topic, not because the planning is difficult from my point of view. It is for your understanding that we are doing certain things for your safety today. So that you come in here, get whatever treatment is required and then go back. Now, why is this important? When we look at neurosurgery or neurology or neurosciences per se, we are dealing with the brain and the spine, two extremely important organs, at the same time extremely unforgiving. Why unforgiving? Once a brain tissue or a spinal cord tissue is damaged, it is damaged forever. Once it is dead forever. So that is the time which should not be wasted. So if you're wasting time with a particular symptom and it carries on, the damage continues. And once the damage continues, the problem obviously compounds and it becomes irretrievable at a certain point. So it becomes extremely important for you to realize this one particular thing. Now, what can be done? There are two aspects to it. One is knowing about the problem that you have, and the other is like you feeling that you have a problem. So it becomes extremely important that you go ahead and consult a neurosurgeon or a neurologist prior to believing in the fact that whether you have a problem or not. So once you've consulted, then he will guide you. Now, consultation has also been made extremely simple. You can do it from the confines of your home, from the safety of your home on the app, Apollo 24/7 app. So that's available. And if you really want to come and meet us physically, that also can be done very safely. In fact, we're taking all possible precautionary measures over here to ensure your safety. Now, in spite of all these things, just in case, okay, a doctor advises you surgery and you need to go ahead with it, you can understand one thing, whether it is an emergency or a non-emergency or how long it can be pushed. So you can be very candid with your doctor about the problem that you're having and how you want to space your surgery. And we are very clear about what should be done in emergency procedure, what could be done as a semi-emergency and what can be deferred. So once that is done, now imagine a scenario where a patient lands up with us in the emergency. So once we decide to operate the patient in an emergency, we don't deny that care because his COVID status is not known or even if he's a COVID positive patient. Whatever needs to be done surgically in terms of saving a life, irrespective of his COVID status, is offered. So that does not deter anything. But at the same time, the planning that we do is to prevent the spread of that COVID from you or the patient to others, to your relatives, to me, to my team, to the rest of the hospital staff. So what we do is, okay, in an emergency situation, what do we do? So I'll tell you exactly what happens. So with the patient, once we decide to operate in an emergency, is taken into a specialized OT. So we have a different OT on a different floor. So this is different from the routine OT we have. At the same time, from our end also, we have to take care of so many things. So if you just look at what we do in terms of what we wear, I'll tell you. So if I go into the OT, the normal routine is to change into scrubs. So that is followed. From there, we go into another room called the donning room where we change into our PPE. So for protection. After that, again, we scrub ourselves and then we get into the OT scrubs. So we take precautions at multiple levels. Now, this applies to each and everybody present inside the OT. It's not just me as a surgeon who would be doing it. The staff also does the same thing. And even the ward boys inside the OT. Everybody does that same thing. Once the surgical procedure is over, we have to go ahead and remove these things in the doffing room. And then from there, we have to remove the scrubs that you were wearing inside that case, discard it, go have a bath, clean ourselves and then get into new scrubs and then get out of the OT finally. So what we've done in this is like we've exposed ourselves to maybe COVID virus, but at the same time we've protected ourselves. At the same time, when we removed all these clothing, we've ensured that we're not carrying it out and spreading it to others. So this is one bit. Then from there, the patient directly, if he's COVID positive, he goes into the COVID positive isolation ICU or he goes into the triage. So that is how we manage this emergency cases in neurosurgery nowadays. Now, when it comes to routine cases, in routine cases, what we do is we try and get the COVID test done prior. The COVID test is usually valid for 3 to 5 days, and we try to do the surgery in that period. Now, it is important for you to realize COVID test is not just done to pick up, more cases of COVID over here. The idea over here is when we do COVID in a pre-op patient, the primary motive is to protect you, protect your relatives, protect us, protect the hospital staff from this disease from spreading further. Once we are convinced about the COVID status, in spite of that, we take all the precautions when you're taken in the normal OT also. With all possible precautions, your surgery is done. Surgical procedures would remain absolutely the same. There is no change in what we do surgically. So you get exactly what you would get otherwise if you were not in this era of COVID. So the take-home message over here would be that in case you're having a neurosurgical problem, which could be both a brain or a spinal problem, do not defer it. And you never know how long this is going to last, the COVID thing. So it is extremely important that you take a quality suggestion, quality consultation from a neurosurgeon or a neurologist and decide about the further course. As far as your care is concerned, we at Apollo are extremely well equipped to take care of you in all possible ways. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Thank you.